I'm a hustler, man. I'm always get it off the muscle, man. Tryna make them hundreds bust the rubber bands. Rain, sleet, hell or snow, I'm tryna get it in. Woo! I go door to door, stacking up them dollars like dominoes. I go door to door. I'm a hustler, I sell ice to a Eskimo.
Hustlers. What's cracking? It's your boy Deshaun. Welcome back to another episode of Roof Hustlers, baby, where we tackle all your daily door-to-door objections, rejections, and we teach you guys how to make connections, man. Because if you ain't creating genuine customer connections, building better customer relationships, and providing premier customer service, then you know, like I know, guys, it ain't making a difference in your wallet or the community, baby. And that's what we do over here at Roof Hustlers, man. Help you guys go from average to good, from good to great. Always keeping food on your plate. Because if you do what I do, you know it's a jungle out here. So, first and foremost, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. 2022 is here and it's time to be greater than we was in 2021. So one thing I want to help you guys out with today, what I want to teach for you guys today is I want to give you 3 things you can do to create and build unshakable confidence, right? Because as a door-to-door salesman, as any type of salesman, your sales is only as good as your level of confidence, right? And as you become more confident in your sales, you start to achieve a higher level of success. You start to make more money. You just start to feel really good about yourself and you start to do the job at a higher level. So a lot of guys always asking, man, how do I build my confidence? How do you got such high confidence? Or, you know, somebody else that got confidence, they're looking at that person, wishes that they had that type of confidence. So I want to give you guys, like I said, 3 tips today to help you create unshakable confidence, right? So without further ado, let's jump into today's episode. Understand, guys, when it comes to confidence, right? I want you guys to be aware that you probably see very confident people and you think that they born that way or they were made that way. I want to debunk that belief, right? And let you know that confidence isn't a skill set, right? That's what I said. Confidence isn't a skill set. Confidence is more of a character trait and it comes from time and repetition. So as you improve your character, believe it or not, you improve your confidence. So I just want people to be aware of that. It's not a skill set. It's not some people born with it, some people not. Believe it or not, we all born on an even playing field, which is zero confidence. And through certain repetition and time and developing certain character traits and things like that, you start to improve and build upon your confidence. And that's how you see very confident people, right? So let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing you can do, guys, to create unshakable confidence, I want you to be mindful of this. Confidence doesn't come from compliance. That's right. Confidence does not come from compliance. Confidence does not come from following the status quo. Confidence does not come from being a good old boy. Confidence does not come from following every direction that somebody else tells you what to do. In order to build some type of confidence or build unshakable confidence, guys, you got to have a certain level of risk and adventure, right? You got to be willing to go against the status quo. You got to be willing to be walking down the path by yourself to create confidence. When we started Roof Hustlers, guys, everybody wasn't, backing this thing up saying it's a great idea. I took the risk. I was adventurous. We jumped out of here. And that's where some of that confidence comes from, guys. Confidence comes from being okay with stepping out there in the world with like very vibrant shoes or rocking a bow tie every day you're knocking doors, or just finding those things that go against the status quo, not being compliant, not conforming to the world, but making the world conform to you, guys, right? Kobe Bryant was such a confident individual because he didn't love to pass the ball and he was okay with that. Kobe was like, I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to make it. Right. When you look at somebody like LeBron, who actually, wanted to pass the ball, keep everybody involved, like he was very compliant in that situation. But very confident people, they're not compliant. And you got to be OK once you decide to, step into door-to-door sales or whatever it is you decide to do. You got to be OK with nobody supporting you. You got to be OK with not everybody having your back. You got to be OK with everybody not saying that's a good idea. Right. And that's where some of that confidence comes from. Believing in yourself and taking risk and having an adventurous mindset, an adventurous spirit, and jumping out there and betting on yourself. So that's the first thing, guys. I want you to know that Confidence doesn't come from compliance. Confidence does not come from following directions. Believe it or not, confidence actually comes from breaking the rules. So that's the first thing. Confidence does not come from compliance. Be you, believe in you, take some risks, be adventurous, go against the status quo, and challenge the other things that people say to you. So that's the first thing, guys. I want you to be mindful of that. Confidence does not come from compliance. Take some risk. The second thing that can help you start to build unshakable confidence, and confidence comes from competence, right? Those who know that they know are very confident. And those who know that they know are very confident. Confidence comes from competence, right? So what you got to do is spend time learning things, right? Spend time diving into whatever field, whatever arena, whatever it is that you want to do it at a very high level. Study it very deep until it becomes like second nature to you. So when it comes to sales, persuasion, psychology, I read those books. I study, I go to the seminars. I take time to learn the things that I need to learn in order to be competent in certain things that I do. When we first started recording Roof Hustlers, right? I wasn't that confident in front of the camera. It took time. It took repetition. It took me actually learning how to get in front of the camera and do it at a high level, learning how to keep eye focus, right? Keep focused on the camera, learning how to put out good information and not look for somebody to applaud or respond. And that helped build my confidence. So now when I get in front of crowds and I speak and I teach and I train, I got such a high level of confidence because it came from the competence of teaching in front of a camera or teaching in front of people when nobody was there, right? So that's the second thing that's going to help you build unshakable confidence. You gotta get competent in the arenas or the task or the things that you want to do. So if you ask me to come out and teach and train your team, I'm very confident in that, right? But if you was to ask me to look under your hood and tell me what's wrong with your car and it's making a certain noise, I am not confident in that arena at all. Why? Because I don't possess any competence when it comes to dealing with cars. So guys, if you really want to become confident as a door-to-door salesman, you have to study your craft. You have to spend time learning. You have to really immerse yourself into these things. Read the books, go to the seminars. Every day I'm listening to podcasts, right? Every day I'm reading books. Every day I'm studying new material to improve my sales and to improve my mindset and to improve my skill set. So second thing that's going to help you build unshakable confidence is, guys, get competent in the arenas that you are in. Study it deep. Learn about roofs. Learn how to persuade people. Learn how to ask the right questions. Do all of those things, and it's going to improve your confidence. So people see me when I knock doors and they say, man, you're so confident when you knock doors. And I say, yeah, that's because I study this. This is what I do. I've been doing it for 7 years. So I got a high level of competence in the door-to-door arena. Right? Same thing with being a parent. I'm very confident when it comes to parenting my kids. Why? I've been doing it for 6 years now. I got competence in the parenting arena. So second thing to help you build unshakable confidence, guys, is competence. Spend time learning. Spend time studying. Immerse yourself in your craft. And as you do that, your confidence will begin to rise at a very high level. And understand that it's not going to happen overnight, guys. Time and repetition. Keep doing the same thing over and over and over. And as you become more competent, that confidence going to go through the roof. So that's the second thing. Get competent in whatever it is that you're doing. The third thing I got for you guys to help build unshakable confidence is confidence come from congruence. What do you mean confidence come from congruence? What do I mean by that? When the outside matches the inside, the confidence goes through the roof, right? When your actions match your words, your confidence begins to go through the roof. You have to say you're going to do something and then do it, right? You're not going to be confident if you got ideas and you never execute on them. The reason I'm so confident in my brand and in myself is because I told everybody I want to go to other roofing companies, coach and train their guys, and now we living that and we doing that. So I'm very confident when it comes to getting something started and finishing it. So if you say you're going to do something, you need to do it, right? So the word confidence, the root word of confidence is confide. The word confide means to trust. So confidence means to trust in yourself. So most people who don't have high levels of confidence, it means that they haven't kept the promises or they haven't kept words that they made to themselves. They usually told themselves they was going to do something. They didn't do it. So now their confidence begins to drop. Right? My goal was to run 50 miles in December. Right now we're at 48 miles, right? So I'm super confident. And when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to get it done. Right now we're working on the book. I'm finishing that up, right? So your confidence is going to go sky high once you get congruent with the things that you say you're going to do. Once you begin to trust in yourself because you know you can execute and do the things that you said you're going to do, your confidence is going to grow tremendously. So your confidence comes from congruence, right? When your actions match your words, when the outside matches the inside. So when you keep your promises to yourself, you begin to trust yourself more. And when you start to trust yourself more, you got higher levels of confidence, right? Like years ago, I told myself I was going to do the Savage Race and, I ended up coming in 4th place in my heat. Why? Because I'm confident and I'm congruent with the things that I say I'm going to do and I do them. So guys, if you want to become more confident, just start keeping your word that you make to yourself. Start keeping the promises you make to yourself. Make sure the actions match the words. But when you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, your confidence is slowly depleting. It's slowly decreasing, right? So that's the third thing I got for you guys. Confidence comes from congruency. Get congruent, right? Get even with yourself. Make sure the actions match the words, right? So I want you guys to be mindful. Becoming confident, it doesn't happen overnight, right? It takes time and repetition. So long as you do these things consistently and you do them at a high level, your confidence is going to begin to rise. So if you just now getting into the industry or you've been into the industry for a while and you're not that confident, check those 3 things, right? See if you're compliant. Are you just a compliant person or do you take risks or do you live with adventure, right? Second thing, see if you are studying your craft at the level that you should be studying at to develop the competence that's going to help increase your confidence. And the third thing, are you congruent? Do your actions match your words? Do you say things and do them, or you say things and you make excuses, right? Because I tell everybody, when you're looking for an excuse, you'll find it every time. So are you congruent with your words and your actions? So check those 3 things, guys. And if one of those things missing or 2 of them or all 3 of them, work on them. And that right there will improve your confidence at a very high level. And you will start to improve and start to create unshakable confidence, guys. If you enjoyed what you saw today, guys, please leave us some comments down in the comment box. We do pay attention to those. If it's anything you want us to cover on Roof Hustlers, because you guys ain't been sending me none, so please send me some emails, roofhustlers@gmail.com. We'll cover any topics that you guys want to talk about, right? Follow us over on the Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Make sure you join the Facebook group, the Roof Hustlers Facebook group. And make sure you find us on Facebook as well, Deshaun Bryant. But I hope you guys have an amazing 2022. Please be on the lookout for more Roof Hustlers episodes. We got a ton of more on the way with some amazing content, guys. So, as always, baby, hustle hard, hustle smart, and don't be afraid to bolt guard. Hustlers, I'm out.